Absolutely. Here's an extended, detailed 4,000-word narrative text based on your provided input, blending Conor McGregor's legal drama, Daniel Cormier's take on Jon Jones, fight predictions, fighter mindsets, and more. It's crafted as a flowing, engaging MMA commentary piece. The world of MMA never sleeps, and right now, it's buzzing louder than ever. Conor McGregor, one of the sport's most polarizing figures, is back in the spotlight, but this time, not for a fight. Instead, McGregor finds himself wrapped in a legal whirlwind that threatens to overshadow his fighting legacy. Reports emerged claiming that the former two-division UFC champion could face a staggering 10-year jail term linked to allegations of perjury, sending shockwaves through the MMA community. The headlines were incendiary, but McGregor was swift to fire back. In a series of tweets that captured his trademark bravado and defiance, Conor blasted the media coverage as vile, pointing out the glaring omissions and misrepresentations that had become rampant. The opposing barristers were caught in a direct lie in open court on day one, and not a screed of reporting went on it. He wrote, McGregor insisted that he was not the subject of the referral to the Director of Public Prosecution, that he believed the affidavits of two witnesses who stepped forward, and that his legal team chose to withdraw those affidavits to protect the integrity of the case. My days prove it. The truth shall prevail. God as my witness, McGregor vowed, leaving fans wondering how far this legal saga will unfold. The timing couldn't be more explosive. Meanwhile, in a different corner of the MMA universe, Daniel Cormier was speaking candidly about Jon Jones, arguably one of the greatest fighters of all time, yet recently surrounded by controversy and questions about his future. Jon quit, DC said bluntly during a recent interview. Call it what it is. His words struck hard, but they weren't said lightly. Cormier explained that Jones, who once taunted him by saying, I will see in the octagon a 38-year man while I'm just entering my prime, had ironically used the same excuse now to step away. He said, I'm out. I'm not doing it, DC said, acknowledging the difficulty of such a decision, but labeling it as quitting nonetheless. This perspective opened a window into the complex mental game fighters wrestle with beyond physical battle. Cormier highlighted the psychological warfare Jones waged internally, how he was trying to convince himself that he still had what it takes to face top contenders. But, as DC pointed out, the window was closing fast. If I was Jon Jones, as scary as this was to fight Tom Aspinall, I would have fought him already. It's a sharp contrast to the grit and hunger seen in some of MMA's rising stars, fighters like Ilia Topuria, who continue to push the boundaries of skill, endurance, and ambition. Ilia's trajectory has been meteoric, and his recent bouts have stirred conversations about who truly deserves the top spot in the lightweight division. Analysts and fans alike debate whether he is the best pound-for-pound fighter on the planet, or just a fighter benefiting from the UFC's matchmaking politics. In an exclusive interview, Topuria shared insights into his mindset and lifestyle, painting a picture of a dedicated athlete who's also surprisingly grounded. When asked about the luxurious $2 million gym he built at home, he laughed and explained that a good portion of his financial backing came from family wealth. Ilias rich, one commentator noted, astonished. Two rich dudes fighting for a UFC title. That's crazy, because rich dudes don't fight. Alongside Ilia is Armenian fighter Arman Tsarukyan, who's been battling his own demons with injuries and missed weights, but remains a legitimate threat in the division. Tsarukyan revealed a harrowing story about suffering from a sciatic nerve injury during training camp, which affected his weight cut and performance. I had a problem with my sciatic nerve, and I hurt my back, he explained. When I started cutting weight, my lower back was weak. Despite the setback, Arman showed resilience and determination to keep his title hopes alive, emphasizing that missing weight was a mistake he took seriously. You got to be stupid to miss your weight after training 6 months for a title fight, he said. The tension between these fighters is palpable, both in their words and in their styles. Ilia's combination of striking precision and grappling acumen makes him a nightmare for opponents. Sarukian, on the other hand, brings relentless pressure and technical wrestling skills that can frustrate even the most polished strikers. The lightweight division's landscape is further complicated by contenders like Islam Makhachev and Jack Della Maddalena, whose upcoming match has fans speculating about the future king of the weight class. Islam's reputation as a submission specialist with improving striking skills makes him a formidable force, but Jack's size, power, and takedown defense pose unique challenges. Analysts are divided, with some favoring Islam's technical prowess and others betting on Jack's physicality to wear him down over 5 rounds. Meanwhile, the conversation keeps circling back to McGregor. Despite his legal battles, there's an unmistakable hunger in his words when he talks about fighting again. "This will be the last time I'm ever 155 pounds in my life," he said in a candid moment, hinting at a future move to higher weight classes. His trademark wit and confidence shine through as he jokes about getting jacked and tan once the legal issues settle. But beneath the bravado lies a fighter who knows the clock is ticking and who's eager to make every moment count. Back in the realm of media and commentary, the discourse around fighters often blurs the lines between personal lives and professional achievements. Daniel Cormier's recent apology for spreading misinformation about Ilia Topuria serves as a reminder of the power and responsibility commentators hold. "I was wrong, and I want to set the record straight," DC said, showing a humility rarely seen in the cutthroat world of fight promotion. In contrast, Renato Moicano's fiery reaction to the lightweight division's drama adds spice to the narrative. Known for his emotional intensity, Renato called out perceived injustices and pushed for fighters to get the recognition they deserve. "I'm not here to play nice," he said. "We need honesty, respect, and fairness." As the calendar fills with fight announcements, UFC executives face tough decisions. Matchmaking is a delicate balance of entertainment, sport, and business, and the stakes have never been higher. Fighters like Gitya, who blend charisma with knockout power, complicate the rankings with their unpredictable availability due to injuries and contract negotiations. Looking ahead, several fighters have publicly declared their goals to fight multiple times in the next year, hoping to solidify their legacies and chase championship gold. Some aim for 3 or even 4 fights within 12 months, an ambitious pace that reflects both the desire to stay relevant and the financial incentives of winning titles. The heavyweight division, though thinner in talent pool, offers a different kind of challenge. Injuries and slower recovery times mean fighters are less active, making every bout more significant. The chase to defeat the top 10 heavyweights is a daunting task, with a few elite names dominating the scene. Throughout all the noise, battles, fight predictions, insider controversies, the sport's heart remains the fighters. Their sacrifices, struggles, and moments of glory continue to captivate fans worldwide as Conor McGregor fights his battle both inside and outside the cage. Daniel Cormier reflects on his journey and the careers of his fiercest rivals, and rising stars like Ilia Topuria carve their paths. One thing is clear: MMA is more than just a sport. It's a drama, a spectacle, a business, and for many, a way of life. And as the octagon lights rise for the next wave of battles, the world watches eagerly, knowing that every punch, every takedown, every decision could rewrite history. If you want, I can expand this with even more detailed sections. Fighter backstories, fight breakdowns, or fan reactions to hit the full 4,000 words
The fallout from
and
Jon
beyond.
Jones' departure
Just
continues
let me
to echo
know.
through the MMA community, with many fans and analysts debating the true nature of his exit. Daniel Cormier's blunt assessment that Jones didn't retire but quit shocked many, yet it resonated with those who had witnessed the turbulent relationship between the two fighters over the years. Cormier's perspective sheds light on the psychological burden carried by elite fighters, the internal battle that often goes unseen by the public. Jones, once a seemingly invincible force in the light heavyweight division, seemed to struggle in recent years with motivation and the physical wear of a decade-long reign. The pressure to remain at the pinnacle can drain even the strongest will. Cormier explained that Jones likely held on for as long as he could convince himself he was still capable of dominating before finally stepping away. This retreat leaves a vacancy in the division that hungry contenders are eager to fill. Enter Tom Aspinall, the rising star who poses the kind of challenge that could have forced Jones back into the cage if he had stayed. Aspinall, known for his explosive power and technical prowess, represents a new generation ready to stake their claim. The looming showdown between Aspinall and top contenders is a must-watch, signaling a changing of the guard. Meanwhile, another UFC veteran is making waves, not inside the octagon, but in the world of professional wrestling. The Real American Freestyle Promotions announcement that a former UFC fighter will be competing in their upcoming event in Cleveland is stirring excitement. This transition is part of a growing trend where MMA athletes blend into other combat sports entertainment forms, extending their careers and expanding their brands. For many fighters, wrestling offers a chance to perform at a high level without the brutal physical toll of MMA fights. Back in the lightweight division, Reece is nothing short of meteoric. His technical mastery and ruthless efficiency in defeating former champion Charles Oliveira stunned the MMA world. Topuria's grappling transitions, combined with knockout power, make him a complete fighter. Analysts repeatedly point to his ability to dominate all aspects of a fight as a testament to his skill and preparation. However, the controversy over title shots lingers. The rise of Paddy Pimblett, a charismatic and fan-favorite fighter, has sparked debate about the criteria for championship contention. While Pimblett's rapid ascent is undeniable, purists question whether he has earned a shot on merit or if he's being fast-tracked for promotional reasons. Topuria's camp insists that meritocracy should prevail and that he deserves the next title shot given his recent dominant performances. Arman Tsarukyan's candid interviews sheds light on the toll fighting takes on athletes. His struggle with a sciatic nerve injury, missed weight, and the pressures of competing at the highest level reveal the fine line. Fighters walk between peak performance and physical breakdown. His willingness to discuss mistakes openly and vow to improve underscores the resilience required to compete at the UFC's top tier. The division's depth is further highlighted by emerging matchups such as Jack Della Maddalena versus Islam Makhachev. Their stylistic clash, Della Maddalena's size and boxing against Makhachev's elite grappling and evolving striking, promises to be a tactical masterpiece. Fans are eager to see how Della Maddalena's takedown defense will hold up and whether Islam's relentless pressure can overwhelm a skilled striker. This fight could redefine the lightweight rankings and establish a new dominant force. The personal stories behind the fighters add a rich layer to the narrative. Topuria's background, including family wealth supporting his early career, contrasts starkly with fighters like Tsarukyan, who juggled multiple jobs to fund training and competitions. These stories remind fans of the diverse journeys that lead fighters to the octagon, fueling their motivations and shaping their identities. In the heavyweight division, challenges differ. With fewer athletes and a higher incidence of injuries, fight frequency is lower, making each bout critically important. Heavyweights like Francis Ngannou and Cyril Gane face unique demands that test durability and strategic adaptability. Their battles are not just about brute strength, but also pacing and timing. Fighters' ambitions to stay active are tempered by the realities of injuries and recovery times. While some dream of 4 fights a year, they acknowledge the physical toll and risk that come with such a schedule. The balance between career longevity and maintaining relevance in the rankings is a constant struggle. Amid all this, McGregor's legal saga looms large. His fiery responses to reports about potential prison time highlight a man unwilling to be subdued by outside forces. His declarations of innocence and commitment to fighting back resonate with fans who remember his tenacity inside the cage. Whether his future lies in legal battles or a return to fighting, McGregor remains a figure who commands attention. The intersection of legal drama, competitive ambition, and personal stories paints a vivid picture of the MMA world's complexity. It's a sport where glory and hardship coexist, where fighters are warriors inside the cage and humans beyond it. As the division shakeups, emerging stars, and off-cage battles unfold, the MMA community As the MMA world
digests
of intense
seismic shifts happening across
divisions, the spotlight remains firmly fixed on the lightweight class division bursting with talent, controversy, and raw ambition. Ilia Topuria's momentum after his thunderous victory over Charles Oliveira has propelled him into the conversation of the sport's elite. His ability to blend technical grappling with explosive striking has left opponents and critics unable to find any weaknesses. Many insiders are now seriously considering him not only a title contender but potentially the best pound-for-pound fighter in the world. 2PURIA, single quotes as evolution reflects, the modern MMA athlete, a student of multiple disciplines from a young age, honed by high-level coaching and relentless dedication. His journey also underscores the importance of background and resources. While his family wealth provided a foundation, it was his personal drive and talent that transformed opportunity into achievement. Contrast this with fighters like Arman Tsarukyan, who spent years juggling multiple jobs just to afford training and competition. Fees a testament to the grinding struggle behind the scenes in MMA. Tsarukyan's recent revelation about his sciatic nerve injury and weight cut struggles humanizes the fighter behind the stats. His humility and accountability resonate with fans who see the physical sacrifices athletes make. Missing weight after training 6 months is stupid, he admitted, but his vow to return stronger demonstrates the resilience required at the highest levels of the sport. Meanwhile, Paddy Pimblett's rapid rise adds fuel to the debate over meritocracy versus marketability in matchmaking. Pimblett's personality and fighting style have captivated audiences worldwide, and his potential title shot looms as both a reward for performance and a business decision. The tension between fans who prioritize rankings and those who embrace the entertainment aspect reflects the complex balancing act UFC faces in building its brand. The upcoming lightweight matchups promise fireworks. Jack Della Maddalena versus Islam Makhachev represents a clash of styles and skill sets that could define the division for years. Della Maddalena's size and striking power contrast sharply with Islam's world-class wrestling and evolving stand-up game. The fight will test whether size and boxing can withstand the pressure and grappling mastery that Islam embodies. Analysts predict a tactical battle, where timing and endurance will likely decide the outcome. Heavyweight division dynamics differ, with fewer active fighters and more frequent injuries creating a slower rhythm. Champions like Francis Ngannou and Cyril Gane grapple not only with opponents, but with the demands of maintaining peak condition in a physically punishing weight class. The heavyweight title picture remains fluid, with each fight carrying significant implications for rankings and legacies. In parallel, the sport is witnessing fighters' efforts to diversify careers. The transition of some MMA athletes into professional wrestling is notable, blending combat skills with showmanship and offering a new platform. This crossover reflects the evolving landscape of combat sports, where athletes seek longevity and varied opportunities beyond the cage. Amid these competitive developments, the controversy surrounding Conor McGregor casts a long shadow. The former two-division champion's legal troubles and the ensuing media storm have challenged his image. McGregor's social media responses firing, defiant, and unapologetic mirror his fighting persona. He denies allegations vehemently and vows to fight until the truth emerges, maintaining his innocence despite mounting pressure. This legal drama intertwines with McGregor's fighting future, creating uncertainty. Fans and commentators speculate on how these events might affect his ability to return to competition or impact his legacy. Regardless, McGregor remains a figure whose every move draws intense scrutiny and whose story is far from over. The broader MMA narrative is one of evolution, resilience, and dramacide and outside the cage. Fighters balance personal struggles, physical limits, and the business realities of the sport while striving for greatness. Whether it's the rise of new champions, the fall of legends, or the battles fought in courtrooms and gyms, MMA continues to captivate audiences with its relentless intensity and human stories. As we look ahead, the promise of high-stakes title fights, breakthrough contenders, and gripping rivalries ensures that MMA's drama will only deepen. For fans, the next chapters are guaranteed to deliver unforgettable moments.